All right. So NXT Takeover 31 is coming up to us on Sunday and not Saturday. Point of order, we will do our reaction show afterwards, probably about 10 o'clock when the pay-per-view ends, because it's only 5 matches on the pay-per-view, so it can't be that long.
2 hours.
It's good for us,
it's gonna be
right?
a 2-hour
A 2-hour show, that's perfect.
It's
two
a
and a half
2-hour
hours.
pay-per-view.
Probably 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
2.5
they'll purposely give us a
Yeah,
45-minute main event just to make it 2.5 hours.
Well, I honest with you,
Oh, yeah.
I have no
I'm
problem
not
with
complaining.
with these two
Oh, no.
guys in the
Yeah,
main
I'm
event.
sorry, go ahead.
Anyway,
I think it might steal the show. That's going to steal the show.
Let me introduce the show here. So we've been building up to it for about, as Alex said at the top of the show, like 2 to 3 weeks. Just for the heck of it, I guess. And there are 5 matches advertised for the card. You know, they might add a 6th match, right? Because there was a feud for the tag titles, but it's possible because of the COVID issue that we're just missing performers for it. Like, we haven't seen the Fashion Police or Breezango since
Breezango. No, I haven't seen
we
them
haven't seen
in
them in a
2
couple weeks, so they might have also been affected by the setting people home for COVID. So, but let's run down the card. Let's do what we always do. We'll do some predictions. No consequences for the loser. There's only 5 matches, and I imagine we'll probably be in lockstep for pretty much all of them. But let's start with what the match will probably open the show, and that is the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match. Santos Escobar, the champion, defends his title against Isaiah Swerve Scott. Presumably, Legado del Fantasma will not be far behind, and I imagine probably Breezango will not be far behind either if they're cleared. So James, we always start with you if you'd like to give us an idea.
This is a hard one. Like I said, these two haven't really been featured that much. I know they've been feuding for a while.
Featured a lot of 205 Live,
which really. Yeah, well, 205 Live, but not on Next.
Which I think is probably why this seems like it comes down to nowhere. And I understand why.
No, I mean they have been feuding. I know, but they haven't been appearing on NXT television,
right? Because they've been doing
it.
They have done.
Good on them, to be honest.
Yeah. So now, this is a hard choice because.
I'm explaining where it came from. Not that I need you to know that, because if they're not doing a very good job of connecting 205 Live to NXT proper. Sure. So
yeah. So it's a hard choice because I know I like, I think Swerve really good, and I remember he's formerly Killshot from Lucha Underground, and I think he's really good. And both of these are great competitors. It's not a problem. It's just I would like to Swerve win because he can add some fresh life to this and get it going. But I'll go with my heart. I'll say Scott.
Okay.
I'll just say Scott. I think it'll be a great match.
Okay.
I'll say Scott.
I am also going to go with Swerve because of the namesake. I think it'll be a little bit of a swerve, so to speak, that we see the title change hands on a little bit of a short build, but there has been some kind of feud building there between NXT and 205 Live. I did want to make the quick point of good on them for continuing to make 205 Live a thing, despite the fact that NXT is basically where.
Oh yeah, I was not saying that to disparage 205 Live. I always thought 205 Live was a great show. I wish they would connect it more to NXT.
No, that's my thing.
Like even just NXT saying this is what happened on 205 Live last Friday.
Because I don't even know where they're filming 205 Live at. I don't know if that's at Full Sail now because of performance. It's so if that's the case, that's different.
But they air it on Fridays, I think. After SmackDown.
They kind of keep that, but my only thing about it is that it almost makes more sense at this point to move it to Full Sail because it's of the connection to NXT. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is done.
It's done in Full Sail now. Okay.
Or the.
You mean Thunderdome?
They tape it.
I must have misheard then. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, we're good then. Good.
Anyway.
Yep.
All right, so you picked Scott. I'm actually surprised that neither of you picked Escobar, but I'm actually picking Scott as well because the travel restrictions are starting to get lifted, and I imagine Jordan Devlin's going to come back to claim to be the Cruiserweight champion, so he needs a face to feud with. I don't really care for Swerve Scott, but because he's the face in the feud, I think that he'll probably take the title. And this will probably be the only title change we'll see tonight. Spoilers for my wrestling picks. Crap.
Well, it makes sense because
Hey,
I
mean,
would
if you
think
want
they
to do a
would
shallow change
probably
to your
want to
picks, you
move.
can.
Yeah.
I just spoiled mine.
No, I know it makes sense because I think they want to move that faction up a little bit now. If they're going with the way they're going with, if we think the way the Undisputed Era is going, they might be the new dominant. They might have to move them as a new dominant faction next.
Yeah,
so they have time
I
to
can honestly
elevate
see
and move them up
Santos,
now.
Escobar. He has a good enough character that I think he could compete for the NXT title. Like he
Yeah,
Cruiserweight.
or at least the North American title first.
Either or.
Yeah.
If they want to
I mean, depending where you go with it, I could see that. But I think because the travel restrictions getting lifted, we started taping NXT UK again, which we'll have to start watching for our shows because NXT UK has always been a good show.
I love NXT UK. It's always been good,
I think
man.
we'll
I
probably
enjoy
see Jordan Devlin back sooner rather than later, so that's why I picked them. All right, next match then. It is our singles match, grudge match, Kushida versus the Velveteen Dream. They've been kind of attacking each other the last couple weeks, so specifically Velveteen Dream's been attacking Kushida. Because I guess Velveteen Dream blames Kushida for losing a match for the North American Championship.
I think this was Kushida actually. Kushida is the one that is initiated. He's actually upset with Velveteen Dream.
No, it was Velveteen Dream.
No, it was Kushida initiated. No, it was Kushida. Kushida initiated this feud. He jumped Velveteen when he had the return match. He went at his arm, everything like because of that thing. Kushida's been more aggressive
on the triple
of
threat
this.
match for the NXT and North American Championship. Velveteen Dream was not happy with that. That's what originally happened. Then Kushida was injured for a couple weeks, and then he came back and attacked Velveteen Dream. So it was the Dream who initiated.
No, it was
anyway,
Kushida.
Alex.
Well,
yes. I'm going with Kushida. I think it's the simple fact that there's something about the way that they've been portraying his character the last couple weeks since like he's kind of come back from injury and he's had more of a presence, and I think they're starting to do something with that, and I'm not really sure what they're doing, if anything, with Velveteen Dream.
I think they're moving him up. Finally.
I am actually picking the Dream. I don't think they've ever really done anything with Kushida. I don't think they're going to start now. James?
I think you're wrong. I say Kushida. I think right now he's finally, Kushida. He's the more aggressive now. He's been more aggressive in his matches. He's shown fire and competitiveness. Other than he's. Yeah, I say Kushida. I think what's going to happen is Kushida wins this one. I think Dream. I think they're finally going to move it. He's pretty much doesn't need to do it. Dream doesn't really need to do anything else in NXT. He doesn't need the NXT title. He's already had the North American title. He doesn't really do much of anything else in NXT right now. So I expect to be seeing him be either SmackDown or probably SmackDown. I probably see him going to SmackDown when they have something like that. Because I think this is pretty much his swan song in NXT. It really doesn't have much to do there anymore. Unless they really want to throw him into the title picture. He's just wait. So I say Kushida.
Okay. All right. Then the next match on the card is the attempt to fulfill the poisoned prophecy, where Johnny Gargano will take on the North American champion Damian Priest for the North American Championship. I get to go first. So the poison prophecy, if you haven't heard in the last couple weeks, is that both Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae will both have championships by the end of the night because Candice is challenging for the women's title. However, I don't believe in the poison prophecy, and I'm going to pick Damian Priest to retain.
Okay.
James?
Yeah. I know they did with the go home show. They had them both holding the belts up and everything like that, and I hate to say it, that's pretty much the dead indicator. They're not usually
9 times out of 10.
I didn't want to say it, but you're right.
Yeah, if the pattern holds 9 times out of 10 when that happens on the go home show, usually doesn't win. And I know but I say Damian Priest because Damian Priest's got legs in this, and it's just this is only his second defense, and
Yeah.
and again, Gargano's a guy that doesn't need a North American title anymore. I mean, he really doesn't, and Priest needs it much more than him, and I'd say keep it on Priest for a little bit more. So I say Priest.
You know, I was gonna go the other way just because there's always that 1 in 10 chance, but the thing is, like James said, we're really early on in the run, and there's a lot of signs that point to this being a pretty lengthy run. Not the least of which is that let's be honest, most championship runs in NXT go quite a while. There's like very rare instances in which it's not. Like you can almost count on one hand the number of times that's the case.
Sammy.
But the other reason I think that Gargano's not going to win the NA title is simply because, well, again, like James said, he doesn't need that. He's been down that route. I think the best parallel I can make is when Finn Balor came back to NXT. He was kind of gunning for the North American title at one point, but it was really just to kind of help. I feel like that just kind of helped elevate him towards like going for the NXT title, and well, look where he is now. So I think it's more likely that Gargano is going to end up going for the NXT title in the near future. This is just kind of a temporary rest stop for him. So I do think Priest is going to take this.
Yeah.
To answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honest with you, Gargano, man. Honest with you, he technically doesn't really need to be in next either.
Right.
He's another guy that's pretty much done everything he can do in next, but I think he's in a holding pattern.
So
I think he's in a holding pattern. I think they really don't know what to do with him when he went to the main roster. He's like,
I think he's
too small for the main roster.
To be kind of blunt, I think it's more likely that he's going to be released than he is going to be called up to the main roster.
Yeah.
Because
I hate to say it.
He's
no.
Kind
If he did go to the main roster,
otherwise.
he needs to be a babyface again.
I mean, unless this him and Candice together gets over, and they might do what they were what should have done with Mike Canellis and Maria.
I see your point. Yeah.
Yeah, the first couple.
That's the only thing I could see the way that they'll go to the main roster.
But he needs to be a babyface then.
No, I mean,
if he goes to the main roster, he needs to be the ultimate babyface
as the poisoned couple.
They also just need. They also.
I don't think that will get over on the main roster. I really don't think
the main thing is that they don't need. They need to not do what they did with Mike and Maria, and that's pretty much all I want to say on that. They just need to not do that. But the general idea.
Anyway.
All right, we'll go to the next one.
Back to our predictions. So James, we're back to you. The other half of the Poison Prophecy, where Candice LeRae will challenge for NXT Women's Championship against Io Shirai.
God, I like Candice a lot. I think she's been a great, like her character. I think she's been really well as a Poison Pixie. I think she's a great worker in the ring. I just don't see her taking this. I mean, Io still has legs in her. Io still has a more feuds that she can do. They still have the Io versus Ripley that can pull done yet and everything, but they can pull that trigger.
So you're picking Io,
which is money. So I pick Io. I much as I like Candice, a lot. It's just Io. I think you still. I hate to say it, but you gotta go with Io on this one. So say Io.
Once again, I've talked myself out of trying to be a contrarian. I was gonna pick Candice and just be like, yeah, and then the Poison couple has this weird conversation, this awkward conversation about the fact that only one of them actually fulfilled that prophecy. But as James pointed out, we do have the potential for Io versus Rhea on the horizon, and I think that they're gonna keep building towards that. So I'm gonna go with Io.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's really only two good female characters in NXT right now. It's Io and Rhea. Although Dakota High is making a push. I've been really kind of liking what she do lately. She did just end Tegan Nox's career, so she does have that going for her, which is commiseration to Tegan Nox, another ACL tear.
I mean, I know that's bad. She keeps working. I just hope she can work and get better. And
I hope so, but I mean,
she's
they're
really good.
WWE doesn't let her do it anymore because she's so injury prone.
I hate that. I hate that because she's really good. I mean, when she get her going, she can be another cornerstone. It's just like she has not been able to get out the blocks, and that's sad. And I hope
just
that
sucks for her. But we are seeing a better Dakota Kai,
Yeah.
so who knows? Maybe that'll finally work. Anyway, I'm picking Io because
Fair. Yeah.
right. We're
and
not
my hope is my only hope is, and for the Tegan thing, my only hope is because she's at next and because she's under like Triple H and everything like that, he's gonna get the benefit of doubt. So I think he might they might give her another shot. That's my only hope.
I don't think they really.
If this
hold
was on the main roster, probably
people from a creative standpoint.
Yeah.
It might be from a medical standpoint that she might not be allowed to anymore. Not because
so that's fine.
they're like, oh, you're too injury prone. We're not going to book you. It's going to be the doctors are saying your ACL is not going to heal properly. Again.
Yeah.
Which.
But I'm hoping she gets one more chance. But like I said, that's just.
I mean, she's gone for another year, so
I feel like
we'll see her next year.
Which could benefit her actually. That actually could benefit her because it might clear. Because by the time she comes back, it clears out everything, and there's a new start.
Yeah,
for it.
I do think that maybe and I don't know if she's already tried to do a lot of work in this regard, but usually when you have these injuries, especially some of these bigger ones, you almost always see the wrestler completely change up their style as a result. Like Daniel Bryan's probably a perfect example of recent memory, where he basically had to change up a lot of his style to basically slow down a bit more and like really be more careful.
I can see her go to more ground-based MMA style. Instead of trying to really have a high moves that put pressure on her.
That's what I was thinking.
More ground-based.
So I'm certainly hoping all the best and
Samoa Joe type style.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do the last match then. We'll start you, Alex. Final match on the card is the NXT Championship match. Finn Balor defending his title against Kyle O'Reilly. Alex, what do you got?
We had a similar conversation about this last week when we did our predictions for Clash of Champions, because similar to Jey Uso, we have someone who in the eyes of the NXT universe is primarily a tag team wrestler. Now, those of us that have seen him before his time in NXT, we know he was a former world champion, I think, in ROH as well as PWG. He's been world champion before. He can handle himself. I have faith that he could give. At the very least, I have faith that he'll put on a good on a good match. But no, I think Balor's gonna win this. That's why I'm laughing. That's why I'm laughing because it's still NXT, and sometimes I get scared that Vince has more of a say in NXT nowadays than lately. It feels like it sometimes. That's all.
I mean, this is really Finn Balor's
and
first
that's true
defense.
as well. This is his first proper defense.
And then last week's episode, they kind of let Adam Cole do the promos for Kyle O'Reilly, which was insane to me because Kyle O'Reilly can do his own promos and he's okay at it. It felt really weird the way they presented Kyle O'Reilly. They didn't really present him as the challenger. They presented him as, Adam Cole's best friend who happens to be challenging.
It's possible
With that said, I am picking Finn Balor because, of course, he's not losing on his first title defense. We're just kind of in a holding pattern because we don't want to blow off Finn Balor's feud with some other top NXT superstars. James?
Now, this is a tough one because, it's weird. It's weird that they sing the praises of Kyle O'Reilly. And I know he would do. I mean, they're in Undisputed Era. But I found that very strange. And the possibility of the route they're going is these two could be the two top new baby faces in NXT. Or one of them, or Adam Cole can pull the Triple H trigger. If Kyle wins, he's like, yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down on Kyle, and turn Kyle into a mega baby face, being that he's chasing Kyle to take the title back from him. They can go that route. But okay, I'll be the contrarian on this one. I'll be the one that goes off the dark path, the unknown path. I'll say Kyle upsets Finn Balor to take it.
I'm glad to hear
that. I'll be the I'll
Throwing
do
away a
that one.
chance to win the prediction contest. I love it.
I might have. Like I said, I
see,
might have won it. I might want it, but I would. That would be interesting.
Look,
yeah,
it's funny
No,
because
I'm not winning anything, so it doesn't matter.
because
But
here's the funny. Sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna point out the funny thing about how we predicted this because
mhm.
I wrote down all of these just for my notes. Pretty much the
Yeah.
only, but before this prediction you just made, James, the only other difference we had in our prediction was that Chris does not have as much faith in Kushida as we do, or alternatively, we
Yeah.
don't. We're you and I, James, are choosing to believe that NXT didn't bring Velveteen back from
yeah, that was going to be the match decided.
injury
That's okay.
/ controversy, and he's just going to continue getting a push or whatever. But yeah, so we have two chances for us to all tie up, or for one of us, or for one of you two to be in the lead. So it'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, someone's got to do. I just, it would be it would be really interesting if Kyle was able to upset and win this. You can see some very interesting television.
No, that's fine. I like the idea.
If Kyle wins, it's probably not going. My heart tells me, my head tells me they're probably not going that way. But I was thinking, come on, let's do some. I know that's kind of undercutting Finn Balor, and I like Finn Balor, and they're like, this is his first title defense. But again, Balor is. I'm glad he won it, but again, he the guy that technically didn't really need to win it again. I mean, he's eternally over. I mean, honestly, on next right now, he's an upper tier guy. And also, we forgot there is the mystery man.
I was going to bring that up.
He is the mystery man, and he's supposed to.
Sorry.
I was going to bring it up as the final prediction, and you spoiled it because I was supposed to go first because
Oh, my bad. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
So.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up as the bonus prediction for us. But no, we already brought it up. They've been hinting at a mystery man on a motorcycle the last couple weeks. And it's time to predict who he is. It's kind of like a bonus point. So Alex said Bo Dallas. I also was going to say
I said.
Okay.
And I said Bo.
So here's my question.
All right.
Well,
who else could it be?
Well, it could be literally anybody else. No,
Curtis Axel.
James.
No,
James.
But
it could literally be anybody else.
It could be like a 205 live person. It could be Pete Dunne.
It could be
here's
gender.
The thing. The fact that people are saying that it might be Bo Dallas is laughable to me because I think about Bo Dallas, and I think about the B team, and I think about No More Bo, and I think about Bo Leave, and I say in the words of Billy Kay, you've got to be joking me.
You know what? I'm going to change my prediction. I think it's Pete Dunne returning.
I'm gonna, you know what? Because I
say Bo. And I can understand where you're coming from with that, Alex. I can understand where you're coming from.
I think Bo Dallas might be too obvious.
But the way.
And Pete Dunne
whoever said the E was subtle. Whoever said the E was subtle. And with Pete Dunne, here's the Pete Dunne thing. They don't need to. They don't need to repackage Pete Dunne like that.
I don't think they would repackage him. I think it's just to hype his return.
Well, they would never need him to do. They would not need to do a mystery return.
And he rode motorcycles with Matt Riddle. So
yeah, no.
But he can just show up. Pete Dunne's the guy that can just show up, suddenly appear, and smash somebody.
No,
different. All right, you can pick Bo Dallas.
If it's all right with you, I do actually have a specific pick that I want to make though, because just because everyone else wants to say it's Bo Dallas doesn't mean I have to go with them. I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews. I'm gonna waste my bonus point to say that it's Apollo Crews just to laugh on Chris's face if it actually happens.
Yeah.
Like no,
but
not retribution.
Like I said, in all seriousness. In all seriousness, like I said, the promos and everything has like you said, I helped build it and everything like that. It's pretty much the one roster right now that has it.
For all we know, if you want to go with that.
He's Bo Dallas, so. Oh hell, he ain't.
It's Bobby Roode.
Oh, well, before Bruce showed up last week, I thought it was actually Bobby Roode, and I thought it was a great move.
I think
he's
Bo
back
Dallas
on Raw
I
now.
guess
So.
I guess I'm just more curious what they would do if
Yeah.
Bo Dallas is the one that comes back, because it's like, is he gonna be repackaged, or is it just?
Well, he's repackaged. He's been off. He's repackaged.
Or maybe
he's
or at the
repackaged
very
now.
least, he's just gonna be more quote unquote serious on his return. Because I mean, look that.
Well,
look at Finn
he
Balor.
was
They
always...
kind of changed up his character a little bit, not much, just enough to give him a little bit more of an edge coming back from his time on the main roster.
Well, Bo's character was actually great in NXT.
Oh yeah.
The Bo Leave character was fantastic.
Loved it.
It's when he got to the main roster, it's like they killed it. They killed it like.
See
boom!
Well, yeah, exactly. I liked it when it was on the main roster, but you're right. They didn't give it a chance.
It's gonna be Alex Riley.
Don't you dare! Don't you put that on us, Chris. If it's Alex Riley, I will probably leave this show, and that's gonna be a problem for you guys. Because I still have the stream key and everything else to make sure we continue to go on.
You control everything,
on the air.
bro. We can't have you leave, so we won't be Alex. But yeah, so like I said, I think it's Bo Dallas. I think Bo. Now, like I said, that makes for interesting, and more than likely, I
think Bo Dallas is most likely. I think the only other person it could be is actually Pete Dunne, so that's why I'm like, I'll pick it. Here's the flyer.
Yeah. So I probably made the wrong pick. If nothing else, if it is Bo Dallas, it could be Bo versus Finn Balor, like that, because you can say Bo can always go with, and like I said, you saying you're the one that built this. I'm the one that made this what it was.
So
he was the longest reigning champion in NXT. I think no, he was. I think Finn Balor
did
beat it. I think Finn Balor
Neville beat it, and then Balor beat it, and then Cole has it now.
Which to be honest, is
but Neville doesn't exist anymore, so technically Finn beat it.
See, I was gonna say
he can go that route.
I was gonna say the build could work that way.
Here's a quiz: who has the shortest NXT title reign?
Keith Lee.
Oh yeah, because he won't.
No, it's Karrion Kross.
He's.
Karrion Kross. Right.
That reminds me. After that first vignette that they did to hype the Mystery Man, my assumption was Karrion Kross. I was like, oh yeah, he's just coming back. That's fine. He just needed it.
All right, but
this is how he
okay, so let's take Karrion Kross out of there because he was injured. Who has the shortest title reign?
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee at 52 days is not the shortest. It might be the second.
Keith Lee is
I feel like it's Sami Zayn.
Okay, wait, one more.
He won it, lost it.
Yeah, it's Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Oh, okay, so he's not
2 days.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
it was actually
because one of those.
Second reign.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Because
that was the one he won. Wasn't that the one he won?
He won it at a house show.
He won it at Takeover Toronto, and then he lost it in Japan
because he
Beast
won
in
or
the
lost
East.
it at a house
Beast
show.
in the East.
No, not Beast in the East. It's like a
somebody won or lost it at a house show, and they eventually showed that match on NXT TV.
Yeah, he lost to Finn Balor.
He actually won his first title at a house show, and then he lost his second title at a house show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the mystery man. So the mystery man is Samoa Joe. Easy peasy. He's finally cleared to return, but only to NXT.
He's gonna bike. He's gonna be a biker. All right, let's go to our.
Honestly, I love to see Joe. I love to see
Chris. But before we go to our outro, I'm gonna put the slight challenge out there. We're slightly overdue for somebody taking a punishment. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make this promise to you because the most likely scenario out of this is that if anybody wins, it's gonna be either you or James. So, if things don't quite go, or let me just put it this way, because there's one on here. Oh yeah, I'm so sure that Kushida is somehow gonna win this match that if he doesn't, okay, so I'm putting this punishment off of one match. If Kushida doesn't beat Velveteen Dream, I will eat a spoonful of cinnamon on like the next time we all three of us are on.
All right.
That's how sure I am.
All right, you want to do it? If you want to do it, baby, do it. You may not like it. Hey, as a man who's done it, you may not like it.
I need an excuse to get some cinnamon anyways.
Go for it.
This works out perfect.
All right.
There you go.
So
No.
let's go to our outro.